The next community board is Coastal-Burwood. Kim Money, first time. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Leanne. Good morning, councillors, staff and community. It's really great to be here. Need these. It is my first time, seeing I've been newly elected, so Happy New Year. The minutes that I'm reporting on today are from the 15th of November. We've just got the one meeting there. This was our very first community board meeting after we were sworn in, and one day after the 14th of November earthquake. All our community board staff were involved with the civil defence, etc. that evening, the night and the week following, and yet we were still able to hold the meeting without any hiccups. So awesome. You know, great thanks to our staff for being able to do that and deliver that. It was really amazing. Our minutes for that day on 15th of November are pretty straightforward, but I would actually just like to highlight one issue there under the members' exchange, which was because of the event the day before, the board requested that we have the staff arrange a workshop around the local tsunami sirens activation, etc. A few issues to say the least that evening. So on Tuesday I'm glad to report back that we had through the council a very successful workshop as part of the council's independent tsunami review. Really successful. We had the local community board chairs attend that meeting and their feedback was absolutely fantastic. So we're looking forward to seeing what comes out of that, because the city, you know, as we know, is looking to have a really smooth exit plan in place there. So that's all I really want to talk to about the actual minutes, but I would just like to take the opportunity, while I've got you in front of me, just to say a few things. And on behalf of the community board and our community, I'd really like to just publicly thank you all very much for the financial commitment that you've done to the hot saltwater pools and the whale pool. That is really exciting for our community. It's going to, the trust is starting to be restored and a whole lot of processes, etc. And it's just going to be such a unique asset for our city. So for everyone to enjoy, and we're looking forward to seeing pegs in the ground very soon. It's just very exciting. And we just have to also acknowledge the part that Development Christchurch Limited played in that. They did a massive amount of work behind the scenes that's never seen, but to get to where we are today, we really appreciate what they have done. And their community consultation process in the phase one was excellent as well. So that's great. We also brought here for you today a community initiative called A Sure Thing, and in this we have, it's our Summertimes event calendar for New Brighton, and I'm told officially that our side of town has the most events in the city, so this is a really good place to start looking for that. And in the weekend, for example, we had Kite Day, and I tell you, the press really didn't actually show really well the thousands of people that were there. There were thousands. It was like sardines. You could hardly move. It was, and the bizarre thing was, we've had winds all over summer, and that one particular day there was hardly any wind. So the big kites that had come from down south somewhere really struggled to get up, if at all. But it was ideal just for the little kids to be able to get their kites up, and it was just amazing. And the buskers were there as well. And I tell you, I drove down there, but I tried to get a car park, they had to drive all the way back and walk down. So I should have done that in the first place. And the other thing that's coming up this Monday is I Love New Brighton in Thompson Park, which is also going to be another amazing event. And also on the 11th of Saturday the 11th, we have the Coast to Coast, which is going to end up in the amphitheatre down there by the pier. And every Saturday we have an amazing market there being done by our community. So what I wanted to sort of just say briefly too was that brings me to the point about information sharing with how we do that as community boards. It's one of these things, this is a classic example of how we can get something into the community that updates our community as what's happening on a local level. The council do that really well on their webpage across the city, and us as a community board would like to sort of instigate maybe something, social media, pamphlet, something that is able to get this information out really, really quickly. I know that other boards are looking at the same thing as well, but it's just something that's localised for us. For example, we've got the major issue of rubbish and maintenance in our area, as we do across the city generally, but that seems to be something that's on the social media a lot. But I do hear that there is some room, there's some action happening very soon. I'm going to have a debrief next week regarding the rubbish bins and things, so that is really exciting to know that staff have been working hard on that. The community board members have individually and collectively been talking with staff, so that's great. So when it comes to the information sharing, like what is going to be happening with the rubbish bins, to have something like our own personalised Facebook or a pamphlet like this would be a great way to quickly get that out to the community, and it's not coming from all sorts of directions, or we're not individually having to do it. So better for our resources and our time. The other thing that's exciting for us is the Security, Sports and Recreation. We had the sod turning, and I have to say, Leanne, you must have been working out a wee bit harder than me, because you turned that sod pretty easily. So
I think they softened it for me.
Okay, that sounds really good. But so at the moment, the staff have a consultation process going about the hydroslide. So we've got 2 colours they're asking the community to choose from. One is blue and one is Canterbury colours, red and black. So you can go online, press the button, choose which one you like, and also their thinking around why they've chosen those 2 colours. So lastly, I'd just like to invite you again personally to our Coastal-Burwood bus tour, and that's on February the 16th now. So it's all day, but for those that can't make it all day, there's the opportunity to join us either in the morning or in the afternoon. So we'd love to see you, and information about that will be coming out to you. So it's our shout, coffee is on us, and lunch, and so come and enjoy some fresh air and a little time at the beach. So thank you.
Excellent.
Yes,
Glenn, Tim, Dion, Pauline.
No, I was asking.
Oh.
Yeah, staff can just hand those out at their leisure. Thank you.
Just to say, the board, they've all been round a bit now. Kind of a lot of the issues that have been traversed out there have been traversed. We had a good gathering with the leaders the other night from the community over the tsunami workshop, and I think that went well too. Gavin Bodger once described New Brighton as being it's a collection of eclectic groups, so it takes a bit to hold it all together, but people know each other pretty well. The board's responding well under Kim's leadership. Staff on board are working well together. So yeah, I think there's some really good things, and once QE2 is built, that will really be restore a lot of hope and confidence in the community. So it augurs well at this point. Yes, the electric. Kim and I had a catch up yesterday and saw the electric charging stations going in just adjacent to the library. So we'll have to buy a car to use them now.
After you.
It's the compacting bin that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so the trial of the compacting bin will be out in New Brighton, and there will be a result on that sometime very, very soon.
Exciting.
Thank you, Kim. With regards to rubbish, and there's a lot of events out there, whether it's the Kite Dough Coast to Coast, when we do events around the place, or when I used to, we always try to include the community, whether it's a school, sporting group or community group, because over and above the normal contracts, it's because that kind of assists in joining the community to the event, but also generates money for those organisations, which is always really hard to do. Has that ever been discussed with you and your community? Because I mean, you've got the standard contract that if you followed would be ridiculous if you're having a big event or an event, because the rubbish generated is over and above the norm. So obviously you will have problems. It's a no-brainer, and it's fairly obvious.
Really good idea. Sorry, I can't answer that given that I'm new to the table.
Okay, yeah.
But definitely something a question I'll ask staff when I meet with them, the park staff, when I meet next week.
Well, it hasn't been asked yet. It's a bit of a shame.
I'm not sure.
But no, I think,
So,
okay, thank you.
Thank you. I can get back to you on that if you'd like. Yep,
Dion, Yanni?
Thinking about from my perspective, I think it's just the citywide, tidiness issue is really starting to, not feel right, and so I think I would actually like to have some sort of briefing from all, or something to actually just talk to us about what's actually going on how we can have a bit more influence about what's going on. And I think community boards need to be involved with that as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Yanni.
That's what thanks. Yeah. We do have a report coming back on maintenance, so that should hopefully be the opportunity to do that. But I was just interested in your reference to QE2, and see that you've had some sports clubs come. And have you got any idea or sense of the master plan for QE2 site, like the non, not where the school or the rec centre's going, but the other stuff around the edge? Was your board given any information around the time frame for that?
That will be coming to us. There have been expressions of interest, and we have had some come to the board, and no decision can be made on that until we do actually see that whole plan. So once that's presented to us, we'll have a big better picture.
Are you worried that you're getting groups coming ahead of that?
Never worried that the community's passionate and interested to be involved in somewhere, but
that's the best answer I've ever heard.
It's great. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm just wondering how you make decisions then without having a plan for what happens in QE2.
Well, once we see who's interested and what the expressions of interest are, then we'll know what the plan will be going forward. So, so we need to wait for that. So, and that's exciting. Yeah.
Excellent. So, Glenn, I'm assuming that you're moving that motion, and seconded by Pauline. I'll put the motion that we receive the minutes and we receive the report. So if you could just add in the words, the verbal, you've already done it. Well done. Congratulations. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried.
Thank you all very much, and I'll just leave these for staff to let you all have a look at. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. The Fendalton Waimairi Harewood Community Board minutes